Focus on process, not just goals. Trust the process. The goal. When I was pregnant, I gained 40 pounds. For someone who's barely 5 feet tall, that's a lot. After giving birth, nothing fits me anymore. I didn't feel healthy. I would run out of breath very easily. My back would continuously hurt. My blood pressure was constantly high, and every doctor's visit told me the same thing: lose the weight. So I did what so many of us do when we are desperate to see results. I set a goal. I am going to reach my pre pregnancy weight no matter what. And I wanted it fast. So I took the shortcut that seemed easiest. I stopped eating. I took the path of least resistance. For months, I ignored my body's signal. I would only eat one meal a day. When I feel hungry, I drink water instead. I was miserable, tired, foggy, and irritable. But I did it. I hit my goal. I dropped 35 pounds within months and came close to my pre-pregnancy weight and was able to fit in all my old clothes. But was I healthy? Absolutely not. I was hangry all the time. Then came the dreadful question: now what? Do I keep starving myself forever just to stay here? Is this the life I want, trapped in the constant cycle of punishment for results? That's when I realized the problem wasn't my goal. The problem was the process I was following to reach that goal. The goal's ugly truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. James Clear, Atomic Habits. This hit me hard because that's exactly what happened. I had a goal and I achieved it, but I didn't have a system to sustain it. The old process was built on self deprivation. It wasn't something I could fall in love with. Clear gives an example that perfectly captures this idea. If your goal is to have a clean house, you can scrub every corner today and achieve it. But if your daily habit, leaving dishes out, dropping clothes on the floor, don't change, that house will be messy again tomorrow. The same applies to health, work, relationships, everything. Goals give you direction. A good process creates consistency to achieve it and maintain it. The process. So, I decided to rebuild, not my body this time, but my relationship with the process to reach that goal. Before, I used to work out only when I felt motivated, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes none at all. It was inconsistent because the process didn't feel rewarding. So, I asked myself, how can I make this something I enjoy? That's when I started pairing my workouts with something I deeply love: meditation. So, along with my working with my body, I would also work on my mind. After every workout, I would sit in stillness for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how much time I had, breathing, rewiring my mind, and celebrating the act of simply showing up. I wasn't chasing a smaller body anymore. I was building coherence between my mind and body. This time, the change felt like a flow I wanted and I was looking forward to. Also, I stopped giving so much shit about my feelings. I never really feel like working out. I just do it despite not wanting to do it. I would give me a 5-second countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then get out of bed, put on clothes, and leave the house in haste. I don't give myself time to think or feel because feelings will stop me from doing. So no matter how I felt, as long as I was out of the door at the gym, it was happening. Some days I would just show up with full energy and excitement. Other days I would show up with full of annoyance. But as long as I showed up, the work was getting done, no matter how the quality is. And no matter how hard the work was, I would do it as I was looking forward to the meditation later, and I would allow myself only after that workout session. Love the process. Now, I see the difference between chasing goals and designing the process. A defined goal is about achieving. An agile process is about becoming. Note that I said agile process. The word agile is so important because it means to improve as you go. Your process will most definitely need refinement as you continuously evolve. It is very important to be agile, learn from your mistakes, and make constant tweaks until your system is rock solid. Agile also means being kind to yourself when you fall off the wagon and don't follow the process. That's okay. We are all human. It happens to the best of us. But what you can control is to try again and again and again, no matter how many times you fail. Being agile allows you to reflect on what went right and what went wrong, and that you can continuously improve your process to make it better until it solidifies. I started with evening workouts. Then I realized it hampered my sleep. So I started doing 5 a.m. morning workouts and realized it impacts our entire morning schedule. So I moved to lunch hour workouts at work. And guess what? My process is still improving in daily iterative manner. All I want to make sure is that I get at least 1 hour of workout squeezed in my day, no matter how, and be kind to myself no matter what. When I starved myself, I achieved. When I built habit around self-care, I became. So yes, having goals matter. It gives you something to aim for. But if the process of getting you there makes you miserable, you either quit or crash when you arrive. Then you fail to sustain it. The real transformation happens when you fall in love with the process with regular small improvement. There's a lot of power in doing small things consistently because over time it causes a massive impact. It's hard to see it when you are in the middle of the process, but when you consistently show up, then a few weeks or months later, you are shocked by the improvement. It's like when I was pregnant. Every day the belly wouldn't change much, but every month I'm suddenly shocked at how big the belly is. Same with working out, eating well, meditating, and caring for yourself. Become part of you, of who you are, not just what you do to reach a number. That way, you are consistently improving. A goal can change your body, but a system can change your life. A goal can give you what you want, but an agile process can transform you for what you need. Takeaway. Don't just set goals. Design the process you love enough to live by. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. This is Maisha Tarnam. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast.